Hi guys, today I thought I'd do a little video on what I feed my horses for any of you that are interested. So we're in my feed room. I've set out all the buckets ready for evening feeds, and I pretty much I base it on 2 flat feeds. So I have one fattening up feed and one maintenance feed that I do, and then I top it up with extra energy if they ever need it, or lower it if they're too fizzy. So what I feed most of mine on is Alpha A oil, condition and performs, that's Denji, just because I like the fact that it has oil in. Obviously chaff's a really important part of their diet. I've not got loads in my bucket at the moment. So with this I give a scoop to all of the ones that I am trying to fatten up. So Desmond gets a whole scoop, Smarty gets a whole scoop, and Rush gets a whole scoop. Let me get another sack. One moment. Thank you. Very helpful. So yeah, those 3 have an entire scoop, and then everyone else who just needs to maintain weight. So this is just for their chaff. They're all on grass and hay, so they get quite a lot of fibre anyway. This just tops up their fibre, so they get half a scoop. And then my other 2, so the ones that don't quite need as much fattening up, Plum, the Shetland, and Charlie, who's the youngster, they're on Denji Performance Fibre or Alfalfa Pro Fibre. So this is just, it's a little bit softer. So it's good for respiratory health, which I quite like for Plum. He just has a tiny little handful. And Charlie has half a scoop, and that's just quite similar, it's just without the oil of the Alpha A oil one. Next I give Charlie some Shore Grow, so that is from Dodson and Horrell, and this helps like with development and stuff, so he has basically a cup worth of that. Plum gets a tiny wee bit of Veteran Mix, so that's Dodson and Horrell Veteran Mix as well, so that just like helps support their joints and everything. And so these are kind of the extras for those 2, and here we've got the fattening up feeds, I call them. So linseed goes to Rush, Des and Smarty again, so that's really good for, it's nice and oily, it's good for fattening them up, good for putting their weight on. And then Equal, which is a balancer, just because they're on quite a few different feeds. I like to give them a balancer just to balance it out. So again, they're on about a mug full of that. And then my base feeds that I base all my feeds off of are conditioning cubes and Bailey's Ease and Excel. So my Ease and Excel is more for my competition horses, or the ones that I just want to give that extra bit of shine to, that kind of struggle with weight naturally. So again, it's Rush. Charlie actually has this, and at the moment, because they're not in full work, they're on half a scoop. And Desmond. And then my other feed is the conditioning cubes, so they're just a maintenance feed, and they go to one of the liveries and Fanta. They have even less of that because they're also not in very high work and they don't struggle with weight. Smarty has Saracen's relief because he has been known to tie up in the past, so it's low in sugar, and he has about half a scoop of that. And then another one of my liveries has top spec cool balancer, and their horse gets quite excitable, but they want to keep the weight on, so that's why she is on that. So that is all my base feeds, and generally stick with those ones, and I just top up or change where I need to throughout the season when they gain weight, lose weight, etc. And then we have my supplements. So the main supplement I use is Equisure on Smarty, helps with the hind gut, and also Succeed on the competition horses, which again is really good with their gut. And again, if you've got a horse that you're struggling to put weight on, that's something that will really help. Some of the other supplements we have in here are Horse First Joint Plus. So one of the horses is on that. They've got it's one of the liveries who has arthritic changes in his hooves, so that's why he's on, not in his hooves, sorry, it's completely wrong, in his front legs, so that's why he's on that, to help with that. He's had a bit of an allergic reaction, so he's also on Piriton at the moment. So 8 in the morning and 8 in the evening. And then this is another joint supplement for a different horse that again has had injuries in the past. So this is McGonnell and Gillette joint supplement. So similar job, just different brand. It's really important if you're getting supplements that you check for the beta nops sign. So on here, beta nops, clean sport, these things all show you that these are safe to use, and if you get tested, then you'll be fine. That one isn't, so you've got to be careful that the other horses don't get any of it in their system. So this one is a natural calmer from Equine America. For the horse that was on the balancer that doesn't add any fizz, she also has calmer. She can get quite excitable. So she is on that. And again, that's daily. The last supplement I use is turmeric, which helps with healthy skin, coat, digestion and joints. So it's just like a general supplement. It smells quite strongly and it gets all over you. But that's again for the mare that's had an injury in the past, and she's coloured, so where she's grey, she rubs quite a lot. So that's why she's on glucosamine. So that is my daily feed. They have 2 feeds a day. They all have water in the feeds. I give it a mix. I also add carrots for a feed, about 3 in each feed, because it's really good for them to get something else, another bit of nutrition in there. Okay, so now all the feeds are made up. It is dinner time, so I'm going to feed them. So I'm adding water because it makes the food more palatable to them, and it slows them down while eating it, so they're less likely to choke. Here, they all love their food, so they all do eat quickly if you're not careful. That is my feeding routine. Let me know in the comments what you feed your horses, or any tips or tricks you have found with feeding. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.